Something about the way you make me feel inside. I can't deny the things that we fly away. Heading to the sun, only you and me. Always another day, being stuck in place. Just like all this control, placing on the radio too.
Hello everyone, and I hope we are all doing very well. Welcome to my first crochet live stream. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Hello Druzy, thanks for popping in and saying g'day. Oh, you're a true friend. You really are. I love you to bits. Mwah. Okay, I've got everything ready. I've got my colours here. I've got my hooks and all the things that I need. I'm rather excited. This was the original blanket that I made, and even though I love it because it's my first blanket, it's my first project, it's just not big enough because it barely wraps around me. It covers the top and I can't snuggle into it as if it was bigger, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and hopefully make it a little bit better. And how are you tonight, Drew? How did you sleep? Did you sleep or did you have a nap when you got home? I did. Didn't even hear Werner come home. He lied on the bed and poked me in the back. Oh dearie me. Yes, so I have my green. I've chosen green for my project. That's the green. Originally I just had a red bedspread and the blue worked, but since having crocheted that I received some quilted cushions and a quilted throw rug, so I thought the blue doesn't match, but I got used to it and I thought this time I'll do green. And I've got green in the lounge too, so it can interchange between the lounge and the bedroom. And I've got a grey, a different grey, and I've got my whites. I tried to get an off-white, but I couldn't, so I just stuck with the white. Stuck with the other two colours that were original. This is a little bit more ombre. Is it ombre? Is that the word? Ombre. But anyway, never mind. So I have my 8mm crochet hook, and somewhere here I've got my little bag. I don't know where it is. My bag with all my bits and pieces in it. Oh, that I might need, like darning needles and so forth. I can't reach it right now. Oh, dearie me. I don't know who else is going to turn up, but it might just be you. Don't feel like you have to stay for the whole thing, but I'm just going to get it started. This is quite big, and I think it's... Let me just change scenes for a moment to my crochet scene. This is quite big, actually. What's the best way to do this? Back here? No, up here. There we go. And I think, I'm not sure about the 8mm hook. I tried to order seven balls of this. I might move this down a bit or place it that way a bit. Maybe I can have it closer to me then. I've got to move. There we go. So I've got an X. I've got to have an X marks the spot. Well, I'm going to draw this out from the middle. Here we go. And I reckon I might need a 10mm hook. Now I had this all figured out the other day. I've just got to move this so that it... there we go. Still have to move over this way a bit, but that's alright. So, it's a lot fluffier than the last. I can't. I'm just gonna... Oh, this is really weird and soft. Okay, let me move this back up. Oh, hello, Dee. This is really weird and soft. So I reckon I'm going to go for a... Oh, have a look at that. That's going to be really difficult to see. It may not be. I might be all right. Oh, I'm not used to this fluffiness. Okay, I reckon I might use a 10mm hook. I used to only have 8, up to 8mm, but I bought a packet with up to 10. That's a 9. That's the 8. I think I can be all organised. I couldn't practice on this one because I didn't want to... Oh, there's the 10, and I might just see what it's like to do the 10. Right, so I didn't want to waste any of it because I could only get the 5 skeins of yarn. And I know that it's a bit of a yarn eater, this one, so if I run out, I run out. I'll just have to have maybe a knee one. But I was really hoping for a... Oh, hello, Fluffy. Welcome in. I was really hoping to get a... Is that right? I do that not right. Oh, I can't see. This is really, really fluffy. This is really fluffy. This is fabulous, but it's so fluffy. So I'm trying a 10mm hook, but I've never used a 10mm hook before. I'm going to see if that's any better, but this is going to eat the yarn up so much. But I think if I do the 8, it will get too tight. I don't want it tight. How's that looking? That looks alright. Does that look alright? Yeah. I think so. I'm going to find this very, very, very difficult to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the pattern and let me change. I hope you can hear me when I go to the crochet pattern because I don't have any cameras on, just the microphone. I hope I've got the microphone right. So it does say to use a size 8mm hook, yarn 6 super bulky yarn, and darning needles and stuff. I've got that in my little bag. I will then just... Let's go down to the... So you've got stitch, you've got chain, you've got slip stitch, double crochet, and back loop double crochet. Sounds better now. Okay. Now you're quite a few moments behind me. So with colour A chain 30, now as I showed you before, the blanket wasn't wide enough for me. I couldn't snuggle. I could barely cover the top of me. So I'm going to start off with a chain 100. chain 100 and see how I go. And here we go. So, right. So I'll do my slips. How do I do slip knot? Oh my goodness gracious me! I've forgotten how to do a slip knot. Right, what's the time? 8:30. Hey Fluffy, did you have an early premiere today? There we go. Put that into my book. Now I have to be mindful that I get this on the camera the whole time. So I'm going to start off with 100. No, the microphone hasn't moved. Let me go to settings and hang on a minute. Monitor and output. Okay. Does that sound better? That might sound better perhaps. Let me know. Does that sound better? Okay, cool. I've got to learn the settings. Now don't distract me. I've got to count to 100. You know I can't count. Well, not in my head. So you'll have to bear with me. So you were planning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is going to be slow going, people. Sorry. Oh, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Chat amongst yourselves. Talk and we will tell you. Okay. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. This is not sort of 27 coming up my finger the way it really ought to. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 83. I'm not winning here. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50, halfway there. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 60, 60, oh, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 'm going to move that ball over there. It might help. Oh no, it won't help much at all. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Now that was the original. Well, that was an 8mm hook. So is this going to wrap around me properly? I reckon it might just, oh, you know what, I reckon the 100 will be better. I reckon I'll go for the 100. What way does it come out? That way, doesn't it? So I'll continue going. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 29, 90. This just doesn't want to slide over my fingers very well. I don't know why. 90. Right. Did I get up to 90? I hope so. 91. 92. 93. 94. That's better. 95. 96. 96. 96. Remember 96. I have to grab some more. What's happening here? 96. I've grabbed the yarn from the middle of the ball, but now it's gone all funny on me. 96, 96, 96, 96. 96. Jeez. Looks like that. Oh, I'm in all sorts of trouble here. 96. I mean, there's not much I can do about it. Right, 96. Okay. 90, 97. 98. 99. And 100. Right. To keep pulling out. Oh, okay. Right. So now I'm up to 100. Now I have to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and I have to start with from the third loop from the hook. 1, 2, or was it the 4th loop from the hook? Hang on, let's go back to the crochet pattern. Alright. Row 1. Do double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Right.
4th chain from the hook. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4th chain from the hook. So that's a double crochet. Hang on, I've got to get my spacing right here. Make sure that I'm doing it properly in front of the camera. What do you think of this colour on the wall? It's lovely, isn't it? It's nice and soft. But and 2, that's 1. Now I do, geez, how difficult is that? I've chosen a beautiful yarn, but it's not very good if you've got poor eyes. 2, 3. And I have to do one more after this. 3. And 4. 4. There we go, that's 4 double crochets, including, now I'm going to put you back on the main screen.
Main camera. Now let's see if we've got this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I hope I've just used Can you see that? Does it look like I've used one chain? Does the sound have an echo? I wonder how I can get rid of that. See, I can already see that that's going a little bit weird. I reckon I might have put 2 stitches in. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to. I'll start this again. This is going to be almost impossible to figure out. So I'll go back to the drawing board.
Right. So the 4th chain from the hook. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Okay, so that's 4. So over. Can you see what I'm doing? Not really. So that's 1. Well, technically it's 2 because the chain 3 is 1. So that's our 2nd. And this is our 3rd. We do 5. On the ends, 3. 3. 4. It's not good wool or yarns for demonstration, but I'm not really here for a demonstration. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more, which makes our 5th double crochet. Pull through 2, and again pull through 2. Aha, that's better. See, that's better. I'll show you on the main camera.
That's, I can see already that that's much better. Alright. I'll pull that up. I'll pull this up and you can see already there's a huge difference. It's not curving. So that's wonderful. Okay, so let's go back to the pattern. I think I'm going to be doing this a lot. So row 1, do double crochet in the fourth chain from the hook, then do double crochet in the next 3 chains. So that's your 5. Skip 2 chains and do 1 double crochet in the next 4. Right, so I just had a mouthful of coffee. So I'm skipping 2 and double crochet in the next 4. So let's skip 1, 2, 1, 2, and double crochet in the next 4. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Bloody hell. This is a very sticky yarn. Not sticky as in gluey sticky. It just sort of sticks to my fingers. So that was 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4. 3 and 4. So, happy birthday, Dee. I think you had a nice day from the looks of it. 21 again. And Fluff, that was a great premiere, by the way. Great video, by the way. Now, oops, sorry, I thought I was at the camera again. It's not really making the V like I expect, like the last one, is it? If you look at that, hang on, let me move it over. My apologies. It's not chevroning it a lot. A little bit. It is a bit, but not a lot. Chevroning. It's not really chevroning. Maybe it will get better. Oh yes, it's a size 10 hook. I thought the size 8 would be too small. So this time, I do remember that I have to chain 2. Chain 2, and then double crochet into the next 4 loops. 1, 1, 2, 3,
This is better. It's starting to work with me now. So, 3 and 4. Oh, it's a beautiful soft wool, but it's really the wrong sort of one to work with. Probably not the best. Oh, it may be all right after all. Okay, so I've done 4. I'll put you to the main camera.
Right. Here we go. So that's it so far. As you can see, that's got more of a chevron. That's got more of an arch than this one. Did I actually skip 2? Yes, I did. I skipped 2 here. So that's all right, but I don't know why that arched more than this one. But that's okay. It'll sort of sort itself out, I think. Yes, I will go through it very fast. I may not have enough. But I think if I went through the size, if I went to the size 8, it might, the size 8 might have been too small. But mind you, I might go through it fast, but it'll get big quick. It will grow quickly. Which is a good thing, but then I've also got the white and the grey to go with it as well. So I don't know what the hell I've done here. I'll have to deal with this when I get off camera. But this wool is, yarn is everywhere. I keep wanting to call it wool. I don't know why. Oh. I don't know what the hell I've done here. But I've done something silly. You need a tank of yarn? Oh, yes. Yes. So, what was my last pattern? Because we're repeating the pattern. And there's one thing I've learned about crocheting. Be careful about crocheting near your cup of coffee.
So skip 2. So I chained 2 last time, so I'm going to skip 2 this time. 1, 2, and go into the 3rd chain. 1, 2, and go into the 3rd chain along. Right. Pull through 2. Pull on 2. Pull through. Come on, why aren't you pulling through? There, that's better. Behave. Pull through 2. Right, 1. 2. 2. I've learnt that lesson enough about drinking coffee while you're crocheting. I pulled my yarn out and half it landed in my coffee. and it stained my yarn, and there was no salvaging it actually. What have I done here? 3 and 4. I must be the most boring crocheter on the face of this earth. I can't talk and crochet at the same time. And all you're going to do is sit here listening to me count my stitches. So that last pattern was skip 2, so now I chain 2, 1, 2. Oh, and I've got all this to go. Oh. This is going to take me the bloody year. Yes. Now, did I just chain 2? I hope so. Let's go in. There we go, 1. I like blankets that are soft. I like those minky, those fake minky type blankets. That's what I like. I don't want anything that's going to itch me. Make me itch. I wouldn't mind betting that I haven't half twisted this thing as I was going along. I don't suppose it's going to matter too much. It was so much easier when I just chained 20 last week. I should have practiced on this, but as I said, if I stuffed it up, does that look right? That doesn't look right. Okay, so I chain 2. I'll go into the next loop, which I think is this one. That's enough out of you. It's almost like you're laughing at me. I can't see what the actual loop is. Is that the loop there? Well, this is very challenging. This yarn is extremely challenging. So 1, 2. What did everyone have for tea tonight? I had good old bangers and mash and peas. That's 4. With onion gravy. Yay. Oh, that's better. That's better. Oops. I'll put you up to the screen. Once I've done this one, I'll put you up. I'll put it up against the main camera. Pull that out, right.
There we go. So this is what it's looking like. Hang on, have I turned this upside? That's supposed to be... Oh, no, no. There we go. Is it looking all right? To anyone? It just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. I'll put it close. Right, hang on. That's the end. That's the other end. What's everyone thinking so far about it? It might take me the whole friggin'... Oh, I've got 20% battery left on my phone. That's no good. I've got the charger here. I'll put the charger on, but it doesn't really like... I'll go back to the
Crochet string. Right. So I'll do this. What's the time? It's now 9:30. Okay, so I chain 2. No, yes, I chain 2. So now I have to skip 2. 1. That's 1. 1, 2. And go into the 3rd chain. I don't know, it's not looking very chevron-y to me, if that's a word. I guess I'll see at the end. 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you, Dee and Bud, for being here. It's wonderful that you're here. I don't know if Drew's fallen asleep or not, but he came early. Oh gosh, I just realised what I said. I better pull this one out again. Oh dear. All I did was just pull it out of the middle, and I just didn't want to do it properly. Maybe I pulled the wrong middle bit out. It might be easily done. So Dee's up to a paranormal investigation in a little while, which is really exciting. And I hope you have a wonderful time. I'm a bit jealous. Well, let's just say I'm very jealous. But that's okay. I'll get mine back in a couple of months' time when you see me traipsing around the United States. I hope you have a great time. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, and it's 4, 4. Oh. Yes, I think it's going to be one of those little mink feel things. So I skip 2. Doesn't that look weird to you? I don't know what the hell I did there, but it looks really weird. So I'm going to take it out. I want this one to be absolutely. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why it looks so weird. Oh, I put it around the wrong way. Ah, that could be why. Do you think it's important? I think it's important that the. Do you ever sort of stop and think if the yarn is round the right way, like when it's going onto the hook and out of the hook to. This is going to be a very tedious rug because unlike the last time, oh, I stuffed up again. You know what I did? 1, 2, 3, 4. I was supposed to skip 2. There we go. Oh, silly duffer. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Sometimes 1, 2, third chain from along the chain. Skip 2, double crochet into the third chain along. You know what? I think this is good for content, for crochet content creators to see live streams like this because it's all well and good to, be good at what you do and give your instructions. But that's kind of I'm their consumers, I'm their subscribers, I'm their consumers. I'm their target market. And they should be watching me and saying, well, how's it going, Heather? How's your project going? It's like, did you learn? Did I teach you well? Was the tutorial fabulous? And then straight into the next stitch. Now, where did that stitch come in there? It might be easy once I get this chain, this first row out the way. Does that make sense? Are you still here? Two. Or have you gone? I wouldn't be surprised if you've gone. This must be as boring as anything. 3. But once I get the hang of it, once I've passed row 2, I'll be engaging like a mad woman's skirt. Oh, you had a shower, Drew. That was nice. Oh, I needed one after today, I tell you. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a thing there. So now I skip to 1, 2. I'm going to finish off this row. I'm going to finish off this first row and then head off because I have got such a filthy headache. But I like crocheting on a Sunday night when it's, you know, crocheting is a great winter sport. You know, just about to, Heather. Yes, we got, yes. It's a great winter sport because, you know, you can sit in the warm and you can, on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday night, you can sit in the warmth and 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I miss? See, that's what happens. I spoke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I? Does that look like I missed 2? I can't see it. That's the one. 1. I think that was only 1. Okay, so that's my. Let me go back. Okay, so that's 1 and that's 2. Oh yeah. I think what's happening is that I'm stretching the thing out so that the 2 single ones are getting a little bit tight and constricted. So that's 1. 2. And 3. I'm not a tutorial. I'm not a tutorial thing. I'm a regular beginner crocheter, so that other people can feel seeming in pain. 1, 2, 3, and know they're not alone. And 4. I feel like I've gone back to the beginning when I didn't even know how to crochet and I'm trying to work stuff out. Because this is really different from most of the yarn that I've ever used before in my life. So I'm glad I'm actually not really learning a new pattern. I'm learning to work with a new type of wool and a new type of crochet hook too. And I'm not stressing about the yarn and the pattern at the same time, if that makes sense. Now, 1, 2. Okay, so that's 1. Now, am I still in camera? Oh, yeah, I am. 2. 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Is that? That's that signal, that one. 1, 2, 3. And 3 and 4. Right. Oh my goodness. What's the time? I didn't want to be much longer than an hour and a half on this, maybe 2 hours. It's 9:30 already. Thank you, Dee. It's 9:30 already. So now I have to skip to skip to 1, 2, and crochet from the third loop along. Oh, I've still got so much to go. I may not get row 1 finished tonight, but I will work on finishing it. Well, not for next week because it's Pride Month and I want to do some Pride crocheting. So for Pride Month, I'm going to put this aside and my first project will just be a simple rainbow, like arch rainbow crochet. 12 row pride rainbow. And then I was thinking of doing a beanie, a rainbow beanie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that was skip 2, so now I change to a rainbow beanie. What was the other thing I wanted to do? There was a rainbow beanie and rainbow beanie. Oh, there was a rainbow bee. I thought I could try. But there's a couple of things I was looking at working on. Now, the rainbow bow, the actual rainbow, arch rainbow, is a project that I will probably be able to finish in one session. The beanie is a favourite of mine. Well, it's not a favourite of mine. I just love the way she's done it and the colours that she's used, and the way she's used and blended the colours. So I'm thinking doing that one. And I put aside a couple of other ideas that I wouldn't mind to try. I just can't remember what they are for the time being. 1, 2, 3. I'm getting the hang of this now. 3, 4. Sorry, when I'm concentrating, I forget. I might be too far away from the camera. I might be putting my project away from the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a chain 2. So this one is a skip 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm getting there. I might get this finished. Oh, I do have a spitting headache. Crochet's not meant to. Crochet's supposed to be relaxing. Crochet, why aren't you relaxing? Pull through 2. Pull through 2. That's 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Is the camera close enough to the project? I don't want it too tight. So I'm just going to or is could the camera be close to the project? just got to look up at the screen every now and then. Just to make sure that I'm still in frame. Oh yeah, you can still see the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. And that was a skip 2, so now I'm chaining 2. I've got that much left. I've got that much. I've still got a fair bit left. Come on, bitch. Oops. Did I just chain 2? Yes. So it goes into the very next stitch. 1. Oh, I can hear Home and Away in the background. Brenda must be catching up on his soap. Yeah. I need more yarn. I need to unroll, and I've got to work out what the hell I've done to this friggin' yarn to make it go all over the place. I've still got a fair amount of this skein left. I reckon it might be alright. I mean, it may not be, but it might be. Who knows? I'll deal with that off camera tonight. Oh, I need to rest my fingers. Let me rest my fingers.
Oh, I'll go back to the main camera. Oof. Oh. My goodness. Am I echoey? Am I echoey? So I've got monitor off. I don't know. I don't know. Lucky I don't have a coat. I better plug my phone in, otherwise I'll have to stop regardless of what I'm doing. Oh, stretch my fingers. Yeah, because I changed scenes, and I think I've got 2 microphones happening for both for this main camera scene, and I need to figure out if that's the case, and I need to turn one of them off. Well, I'm not sure which one is which. That's okay. When I switch over to the crochet only scene, to the crochet scene, it doesn't. I've done something. I don't know what I've done. Oh. My coffee's cold, but that's the life of a person who does craft. You get too involved in your craft. Yeah, I think there are 2 audios because I've got the main camera I've got the road, and it might actually include the internal microphone as well. But, and for the life of me, the microphone thingies, the mic auxiliary properties are really confusing. I don't understand a word of it. So I might have to... Dan might be able to help. No, not Dan, Mike. He's good at that sort of thing. Oh, sweet potato. Yes. Sweet potato chips. I love sweet potato chips. We get the sweet potato fries you bake in the oven. They've got a 4.5-star health rating. We usually get the
rosemary and herb. Okay, let me put that down there. There's my double. So that was 1. This will be 2. Tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? Oh, Wednesday. I have a very special day on Wednesday coming up. My friend's mum. My friend was talking about me to her mum the other day. She goes, "Oh, Heather, I just love Heather. I always go and watch her live streams, her podcasts. She's so fabulous, yada, yada, yada." I get a swell head. And I'm like, "Oh, shucks, stop." And she lives in a house that is 100 and... Is it 100 years old? Maybe 120 years old? I can't remember now, but I know that it's old. And she does have a spirit living in her house. And she's actually invited me to have a chat to the spirit in the house and find out more about it. I'm thinking it's a her, assuming it's a her, or it, or them, or they, or him. Now that was chain 2, so now I skip 2. And I said, "Oh, what's your mum's channel name? What's your mum's name?" She told me the name. I said, "No, the channel name." The funny thing is that she doesn't have a YouTube channel. She just goes and searches for me and watches my podcasts. She hasn't subscribed. She just has to search for me and watch them. I'm like, "Oh, that's so cute." But annoying as well, because as much as I love the fact that she loves my show, shows and things, it would be nice to have that extra subscription. But yeah, that was really thrilling. So yeah, we're going up to their house on Wednesday to do. It's going to be a daytime investigation, so I'm not going to go. I don't know how I'm going to go with using. I mean, the REM pod might be alright, but using the torch and the cat's balls, they may not be able to be seen during the day. But I guess we can darken the room a bit. But I can still use EVPs and so on. So that will be fun. So this will be a private investigation, and hopefully my friend's mum will be willing to be interviewed, even if it's just 1, 2, voice interview. So I skipped 2 there. So now I need to, what do I need to do? I need to chain 2. 1 and 2. Thank you so much, Dee and Fluffy and Drew, for being here all this time. I know it's Sunday night and everybody has to work tomorrow. Oh, I'm sure there's a Sunday night movie. I don't do Sunday night movies anymore. Or something you could probably much rather be watching. I don't know. So I thank you for the support and encouragement. So what I'm going to do is I took some vertical video of me unboxing the yarn, and hopefully I've got some decent footage of this live stream to splice into the video afterwards. So I've got the unboxing of the yarn, and then I've got part of the live stream, I hope, that I can sort of turn into a bit of a short and create a short out of that and promote this this channel a bit through the shorts. Now we know this is going to work if I have enough stitches to do this properly and finish on the last stitch. So when I get to the end, and I'm nearly there, I'm not far from it. Right, so that was, now I skipped 2. Is that 4? Yeah, that's 4. Skip 2, 1, 2. I am so hot. I was cold. I had the heater on and I turned it off, and it's still off, but I am so hot. I don't know why I'm hot. Oh, what's in the news? Crochet. Oh, wow. We've had a few of those over the years, haven't we? I was watching a video, like a documentary, 1, 2, 3, about the real life. It was called The Real Life Crocodile Dundee. And I think it even, yeah, The Real Life Crocodile Dundee. Oh, he had a hard life. Geez, I tell you what, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fucking American, I don't know who made this, whether it's Universal Studios or what, but they gave him a really hard time. He tried to, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's his life story, based on his life story, and he tried to make a bit of a business out of Crocodile Dundee. So meet the real Crocodile Dundee or something like that, and he tried to get a museum up and running. Do you know Universal Studios, or whoever it was, absolutely hounded him and sued him for copyright? I don't think he even got any residuals from the movie about them using his story. to make Crocodile Dundee, and he ended up in a siege. He ended up in a siege and shooting himself and someone else. But he was hated. He was absolutely hated by the locals. He was a star 1 minute and then hated by the locals the next, because the town where he lived, 1, 2, 3, weren't interested in the movies or the TV or the cameras or the news crew. And the news crew hounded the town. So he was actually like isolated from the town that he lived in. People didn't like the attention that his story brought to the town. Did anybody else hear that story? Now here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to show you now till it's finished. And I've just chained 2. And then I'll keep 1. And then I also read, listened to a documentary about the story that inspired another movie of this crocodile chasing. I can't remember what it's called. I know Werner and I watched it together. I think it was on Netflix. About this group of people who were hunted by a crocodile. And they had to live in trees for days on end, because they knew that as soon as you fell, the crocodile would come and eat them. Nom, nom, nom. But not in a good sort of way. Now that's 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So now I have to skip 2. And I'm right at the end now. 1, 2. And I'll do 5. Third. 1. Nick Dundee. Oh, I hope I've got this right, people. We're coming to the end. The only way I know that I've got it right is if I've got 1, 2, 3. And 4. Oh! 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 I'm a little bit excited. Okay. I'm at the last leg, and I'm going to put you back on the main
camera. And this is the last leg. Alright, now. Yes, I've got a chain 2. So this is it. This is the, oh, hang on. There we go. This is the chevron blanket all the way through. It's a bit floppy, of course, because you've got your bumps and your edges. Now the last leg, I've got 5 double crochets to do. Right, now get this. Can you see this? This is 1. Now is that the last crochet? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Is that 4? 1, 2. Oh, hang on. No, I might have counted my chickens. Ugh. Oh, hang on. I've got to pull this down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. No, you're still not going to be able to see it. Okay. So, where's that crochet coming from? There. There's 1. Is it that one? 1. Oh. I'm having issues here. This is all too frustrating. One, 2, 3. No, I think I might have. Stuffed up. I'm supposed to have 4 loops left to do 3 double crochets into 3 loops and then 2 double crochets into the last to make the edge a 5 double crochet edge. I'm just going to do it and see how I go. But even if I was only 1 off, I don't care because I was only 1 off. One. One, 2. Oh, there we go. No. Was that? Oh, yeah, 3. 3. And, oh, yeah, I think that's the edge. 3. Okay, so, hang on a minute. So, so that was a skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 2. That's chain 2. 1. Not that it's going to make much difference. 2. Is that one here? I've done something wrong here. One, 2, 3. Shit. Oh, hang on. Let's try this again.
That's that hoop. Right, okay. Thank you, Drew. So that's chain 2. 1, 2, and crochet into the next 4. 1, 2. Oh, hang on. 3. And 4. Did I count that all wrong? And then a second double crochet into the last loop as well. That's right. I'm just going to grab here's my little bag. This is my crochet bag. I'm just going to, there's my big 15mm hook. What the hell? I can hear Werner doing something in the bathroom. I'd hate to imagine what it is. Very noisy. Right. I'm going to put a crochet hook in there. Crochet hook. I'm going to put my thing in there so that it doesn't start flogging. And that's 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a double. Oh, I must have miscounted. I must have miscounted. Oh, what have I done here? Oh, I know what I've done. Yeah. That one. And that's for 5. Right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay! Now it's time to put the stitch marker in. I'll just pull that loop up. Put the stitch marker in. Just so that it doesn't. And there we go. There we go. There, oh, I keep wanting to show everything to the front camera. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the end. I'll face you to the big camera.
Main camera. Hello! And let's have a look at this. This is my new Chevron rug. And you can see how big it's going to be. If I were to put this over my shoulders, so I think it's going to be nice and comfortable. nice and comfy. It's going to be snuggly. This is going to be really snuggly. So there we go. I think I've got that all right. That looks right. Unless I forgot. Oh. Looks like I skipped a chain there, doesn't it? Does that look like I skipped there, or has that got one in it? Oh no, that's got one in it. Oh no, that's alright. So there we go. There we go. You can see how it's chevroning a little bit. But not tomorrow. Tomorrow. What month are we in? Not but next Sunday I'm going to show you the love heart, like the rainbow love heart you see in my overlay. And yeah, we're going to do that. And that I should be able to do that in an hour and a half. I'll practice that one during the week, I think. I'll leave that one out. That's the 8. That can go into my bag because that's the one I prefer to use. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm gonna pause the chevron blanket for the time being. I'll come back to it in June, in July, and in the meantime, the month of June, I'll have a few pride projects that I'll show you. The first one we should be able to do in that night. So if you want to crochet a pride rainbow like you see in my overlay, grab yourself some 6 coloured ball, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and bring a 4.5 or a 5mm crochet hook, and you too can crochet with me. I've got the pattern already. Falling asleep. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. If Fluff does an earlier live like she did tonight, I think I might, instead of doing 8:30, I think I might do 8, or because she was on at 7 o'clock our time in South Australia. So if she's on at 7, I might do mine at 8 instead of 8:30, because it's now 10 o'clock and it's too late for everyone. Oh, never mind. Anyway, thank you so much for being. Yeah, I know it's late, so I might try for an earlier one. I might get Fluff maybe to do hers a little bit earlier so I can do mine earlier. It's 10:30. Wona's getting ready for bed. I think that's what he's doing in the bathroom, is getting ready for bed. Anyway, thank you so much. Love you all. Love you long time. And I'll see you all next week. Enjoy the new working week. And yes, enjoy the new working week. You too, Dee, and Drew. And I'll see you next week. Stop streaming. Yay.